Madam Chair, I'm not opposed to electric vehicles. The single largest economic development project in the history of the state of Georgia is underway right now in my district that I have the honor and privilege of representing. It's by Hyundai Motor Company. They're building electric vehicles. We're excited to have them. A $5.5 billion investment. It's going to employ over 8,100 people and probably that many more people in ancillary businesses. We're excited about it. They're incredible machines. Lots of cool features and advantages. However, I am opposed to the idea that we should be more or less forcing Americans into these vehicles only. What's more, I'm also against the notion that electric vehicles will somehow save our emission problems. The truth is that we don't know the true picture of carbon dioxide emissions associated with EVs. All the claims are either estimates or guesses. The processes behind mining and processing the materials required to produce these vehicles are very energy intensive and for certainly not emission free at the moment. A recent Manhattan Institute report examined just this and emphasized that we have no real idea of these emissions, especially if we expand EV production dramatically. In that report, they point out that the global mining industry today already accounts for about 40% of all industrial energy use before significant expansion. That will have to happen as high-quality deposits become rarer to find. By the way, those processes are largely not happening here in the U.S., where I'm confident we could do a decent job, despite my colleagues' pleas to actually do that. Not only do you have to factor in these emissions that, again, we don't have a full picture of, but you also have to factor in the emissions involved in transporting materials all across the globe. I fear that accounting for these either eliminates those benefits or may even add more emissions. What we are hearing from the other side is that as long as it isn't here, it doesn't count. We're simply going to shift this burden to other countries. They can deal with air quality issues, which are already worse than the U.S. In fact, the mining and processing powered by coal in China is putting particulates in the air that travel all the way to the U.S. Shutting that down in the U.S. will not end this pollution and will hurt us. Is that what they call environmental justice? The research firm ICF found that if crude oil from the Gulf of Mexico were to displace crude oil production outside of the U.S. and Canada, global emissions could drop by 50%.
Dearest friends, this is bad news. Right now, gas prices are going up even more, and many are concerned about how long this will last, as the Federal Reserve is expected to announce another interest rate hike. But thankfully, you may be able to receive a bonus relief check to help with high energy bills. Now, there are several programs that have allocated millions of dollars towards this assistance. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, tomorrow and every Friday, I will be announcing several winners of the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. According to AAA, which tracks gas prices, the average regular price in the United States currently is $3.86 per gallon. That is higher than last Monday's average of $3.85 per gallon. It is also higher than many of the fuel prices we have seen this year. After falling for much of the second half of 2022, gas prices this year have steadily ticked up since the spring, though compared with peak gas prices in recent years, the current average represents a roughly 22.8% decline since June 2022, when the average was $5.06 per gallon. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, there are several factors putting upward pressure on gasoline prices. And most recently, gas prices spiked in early June 2023, after Saudi Arabia, which is commonly cited as the world's biggest oil exporter, said it would slash oil production by at least 1 million barrels per day. That cut follows OPEC's April announcement that would cut overall production by 1.6 million barrels per day. OPEC, the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, is a syndicate of the world's largest oil-producing countries that collectively pump roughly 40% of the global crude oil supply. So many are wondering, why would Saudi Arabia and OPEC slash production? Well, many experts say that the answer is to raise the price of oil. OPEC announced on June 14th that it will extend production cuts by a further 1.4 million barrels per day through the end of 2024. Gas prices at the pump rarely reflect the day's market conditions. Instead, they represent costs incurred weeks, even months before. That lag makes prices slower to rise and slower to fall. And while spot shortages, refinery production shortages, or even blending issues can drive up gas prices locally, big swings in gas prices are almost always due to the price of crude oil. Summer temperatures often mean that customers are looking for ways to beat the heat. According to experts, Duke Energy is working with nonprofit agencies to distribute critical relief for Indiana residents who are in need. The Duke Energy Foundation is contributing more than $90,000 to 15 organizations across the state of Indiana to help purchase and distribute fans to older adults and low-income households. The grants were awarded to many organizations, including United Way, serving Howard and Tipton counties, Good Samaritan Network, and Hoosier Uplands Economic Development Corporation. Over in Washington, D.C., residents who struggle to keep their homes cool during the summer can get help with high utility prices by applying for their state's low-income Home Energy Assistance Program. Each state has different deadlines for applying for the assistance, but Washington, D.C. residents can apply online or through the mail until September 30th. Applicants must fill out the online application and supply proof for assistance. Residents in Louisville, Kentucky, can also now begin to apply for aid with their energy bills for this summer. Applications for the relief are now being accepted by state officials. Those who are eligible in the city of Louisville can expect a one-time payment which ranges from $50 to $250. New Jersey also plans to keep an energy assistance program that it expanded to help more people in the midst of the crisis. The New Jersey Board of Public Utilities is proposing to make permanent what were billed as 2-year temporary changes in the Universal Service Fund and Fresh Start, a program that helps low-income households pay their utility bills. The program was revised to allow some middle-income households to tap into it after unemployment soared during the crisis. So one of the more significant changes in the program involved an increase in the income limits from 180% of the federal poverty level to 400%. So that means that more customers became eligible for the monthly credits to help them pay their bills. The monthly cap on benefits also went up from $150 to $180. Well, my beautiful and my most awesome friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. My dear friends, thank you so much for being part of this community and for joining me here every single day. To say thank you, friends, and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners of the Walmart gift card giveaway this coming Friday. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.